Hello. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. All right. Like I promised last time, we are going to learn about the slope-intercept form. So we're gonna learn about slope-intercept form, standard form, and slope-intercept form, standard form, and point slope form. But I'm gonna take it really easy today. And right now we're gonna learn about slope-intercept form. All right. That's gonna be number one. I think you. Anyways, so that's what I want this to be, a review session, so that way you guys can actually learn these concepts. Good job. All right. Y equals mx plus b. Mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. You guys can see that? I hope you can see that. Good. All right. So y equals mx plus b. This is the standard way we denote the slope-intercept form by this y equals mx plus b, where the m is the slope. So the m is slope, and the b is the y-intercept. 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 You see that? All right. So why is it in such a weird form? We don't have any numbers here. Don't worry. This is the standard form. This is just so you can see all equations have the slope and this y-intercept in this form. So the slope has this x next to it. So that's how you can identify the slopes. The slope always has this x next to it. If there's an x, then there's a slope. In the slope-intercept form, and the y-intercept is the one without the x next to it. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna explore it some more. So what's an example of slope-intercept form? Let's go with y equals. Let's just keep it simple. 2x plus 2. Here I included a slope, which is the 2. And the y-intercept, which is another 2. Let's say plus 3 instead of plus 2. Let's do plus 3, so that way we can have differentiating numbers. So y equals mx plus b. In this case, m is the 2, and b is the y-intercept. In this case, the 2 actually has a hidden number here. This is hidden. Usually it's not written. I'm going to write it for you because I want you to see it, because you're going to need to know this. There's a hidden 1 underneath the 2. That hidden 1 is going to become very important, all right, when we're graphing it. So I'm going to graph it over on, let's erase this y equals mx plus b. We can write it up later if we need it, all right. I'm going to write the graph up here. So to just draw any graph. So this is the coordinate plane, this is the x-axis, and this one's the y-axis, all right? And so you can graph straight from this. So there's two ways to graph a line. So this is called a line. This is an equation for a line. There's two ways to graph a line. One, you can create an x and y table. The x and y table, where you plug in whatever x values you want. If you want -2, if you want 4, you want 80, you can plug in whatever numbers you want. Plug into this equation, plug in for x, so like -2 would become x. So then it'd be 2 times -2, which will be -4, plus 3. You'll get -1 for the y, -1 for the y. And do that with the rest of the x's that you choose. All right. Then you can graph based on that x and y table. There's an easier way to graph slope-intercept form. Way easier way to slope. You don't need to worry about that x and y table. All right. To graph a slope-intercept form, what you need to do is look at the y-intercept first. First thing is y-intercept. This one doesn't have an x. That's the y-intercept. All right. So plus 3. What that means is you go up 3, 1, 2, 3 on the y-axis, and that's where you put a point. That's one of the points. That's where the line's going to cross the y-axis at that point. All right. And so that's going to be b. And then we have the 2x. In this case, I put the 1, but the 1's technically not there. 2 over 1x. The 2 over 1, that is the slope. All right. So what does that mean? That means we go up to the slope. This is what you need to know multiple things about slope, but the most important part that you need to know right now is slope equals rise over run. Rise over run means it goes up or down before it goes left and right. All right, so in this case, it's 2 over that hidden 1, right? There's a hidden 1. The 2 over 1. So then it's going to go up 2, 1, 2, and then over 1 right here. Put another point. We got 2 points. All you need is 2 points to make a line. So connect the dots. Put some arrows. Boom, you got your line. It's an ugly line, but it's fine. It gets a point across. That's how you graph a line. So in this case, this is a line. That's how you graph it. All right, so let's try to graph another one. Let's continue graphing. So in this case, let's graph another line. We're gonna write that slope equals mx plus, or slope equals rise over run. We're gonna write that down on in yellow over here. Slope equals rise over run. Actually, that orange is really nice. Pup's really nice. So let's make this graph in yellow, in orange. All right. It's really nice. Perfect. Awesome. All right. So let's come up with another equation. We're gonna graph this one again. All right. So we're gonna say y equals 1/2 x plus, I don't know, let's say minus. We're gonna say minus 4. All right. Y equals 1/2 x minus 4. We're gonna graph this the same way we graphed the last one. First, we have to figure out what's the slope and what's the y-intercept. Where we have the slope. The slope is right here, the one with the x right next to it. That's gonna be the slope. If that's the slope, then this is a y-intercept. So I'm pointing to the negative. I'm including the negative in the 4. The negative 4 is the y-intercept. So this means, because it's negative, we go down. So this is the x-axis, this one's y-axis, right? We go down on the y-axis. Go down on the y-axis. It's gonna cross at that point on the y-axis at negative 4. Boom, it'll cross right here. Put a dot, put a mark over that. All right, so next, we look at the slope. The slope in this case, it has rise and run. Remember, slope is rise over run. I'm gonna repeat that constantly because you're gonna need to know that. Finding the y-intercept, it's really, really easy. It's just the one without the x, all right? The one without the x is the y-intercept, all right? Now we go up 1 and over 2. Rise over run. Go up 1 and over 2, all right? So let's go up 1, and then we're gonna put in 2 marks over here. Go up 1 and over 2, put a dot over there, connect the line. Boom, boom, easy. We got a line, good stuff, all right. Next, we are going to graph one more line, all right? We'll graph a couple more lines, all right? Let's actually erase that, and we're gonna put, we're gonna just do that. Okay, so next, instead of, I'm gonna keep this the same equation. All I'm gonna add is a negative 1/2. That'll change stuff up. All right, so in this case, it still crosses at negative 4 because the y-intercept didn't change. But what changed is the slope. In this case, you saw that it was going up from left to right, it was going up. You'll notice that this one with the negative 1/2 slope, here, let's write this a little clearer. So what I'm gonna put is y equals negative 1/2, all right? I wanna make that clear, it's negative 1/2. So what that means is rise over run, right? In this case, we go down, instead of up, we go down 1. And then over to the right 2, sorry. Go down 1, over to the right 2. We go to the positive 2, but negative 1, right? Negative 1 over 2, that's gonna be negative 1/2, which is what we have here. Connect the dots. Ooh, look at that. The arrow, instead of pointing from left to right going up, it points down. You see that? And boom, boom. Easy. We got a line. That's what happens with a negative slope. You point down. So if I gave you a line, you should be able to tell me whether it's pointing positive or pointing negative. Awesome. Good job. Good stuff. All right, and then let's do one more. One more line, because repetition is how you're going to learn this math. You're going to learn math through repetition. I can tell you how to do it all day long, but if you don't do it yourself and you don't repeat the concepts yourself, you're not going to learn it. All right, so let's see. How about we graph something different? Let's go with, this will be the last one. All right, we're going to graph y equals, it always has to be, slope-intercept form always has to be y equals something x plus b. All right, this is going to be a special one. All right, we're going to just write y equals x. And then we're going to say minus 1. All right, we're going to do y equals x minus 1. Oh no, we didn't put any number over here. No, I didn't. But here's the thing. There's another hidden 1 over here. But in this case, there's actually 2 hidden ones. There's 2 hidden ones. All right, there's one hidden 1 over here. That's one hidden 1. And then there's another hidden 1. All right, so this is, why is it 1 over 1x? Why is it not written as 1 over 1x? Because there's not really a need for it. If there's an x variable anywhere, if there's an x over here, automatically it has to be 1x. Because if it's 0 times x is just 0, which means that there's literally nothing there. So the fact that there is an x here means that it's 1. That's 1x. And any whole number, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 7, 12, 14, whatever, any whole number, let's write a whole number, 16. So that's a 16. That's a whole number. Automatically, there's a hidden 1 over here. That hidden 1 is down here. It's automatically 16 over 1. Automatically. Any whole number has a hidden 1 over here. All right? It's 16 over 1. All right? And so, fraction, if that's no run given, it's automatically a 1. All right? So, in this case, since there's an x, we know it's a 1x. And it's over 1. So it's 1x over 1. So in this case, let's give it the y-intercept. The y-intercept, we know it's going to be negative 1, right? Negative 1. Boom, right here. Right? Negative 1. Perfect. All right, and then we go according to slope. We go up 1 and then over 1. Boom. Look at that. We got our line. Easy. Easy peasy peasy. All right. Good stuff. So I think that's enough for right now. The next video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to graph standard form and how to convert from slope-intercept form to standard form, or from standard form back to slope-intercept form. All right? We're going to do some algebra there as well as just graphing. Cool. I'll see you then.